It's dawn of another wonderful day. Nice and cool with the spring weather. You see some clouds in the background. And you walk in to Miastos, which is a slum area of the city.
Guys, this is slummy. I don't like this.
I mean, you got the black cat on you, Luna. I mean, it's not all
Luna
bad.
doesn't like this either. She doesn't like the slums. Let's not be here for. Okay.
Well, it's a
Um,
lot more temporary housing than to say, like, decrepit, if that makes sense.
before
I
we
guess urban sprawl would be a better word.
before we enter
Even
the
worse.
slums, Groko will actually turn to Udagna. Yachuk, is my appearance okay for this place?
Actually, if you don't mind, I think it might be better if you might look a little less like you. I don't mean to offend you, but
You
maybe something a
do
little.
not. I understand.
Thank you. It's just that I don't know how the people in there will react to seeing you, and I think that we need to avoid drawing attention if we can, especially considering that well, if my father finds out that I'm here, it might not be great for any of us. So the less attention we draw to ourselves, the better.
You have poor talk with Aoki, your father.
I would rather not if we can avoid it.
I understand. I shall assume Zupei Kara. And I will use transform.
Sounds good. What are you going to transform into?
Let's go kangaroo rat. Let's go the little guy. Hey, look! It's a dark pip! Well, he's not in an angry state of mind, but he would want to change.
So is he going to power through it, or is he going to elect to...
Can he wait
Brave
2
it
seconds and roll again
out?
before we walk into the city? I don't think we're in a rush.
The take 10 method?
Yeah, think out loud with take 10 method. I am thinking of, to make our life easier for the future when it comes to like a take 10 like this, I was going to have each force die equal like 1.5 force pips. Because I think there's 14 pips over 10 sides?
I think is it 10 side or 12 side? I don't know the total number.
Hold on. I have the technology. It is a 12 side,
12,
and there
12
is 6, 7, 8. And there is 8. 16 over 12. What's that math?
16 over 12?
Yeah, it's 1.33.
Mm-hmm.
So 1.33 pips, we'll say. And they're roughly distributed half and half in terms of pip count, so.
I'm confused on how that translates to...
You have force rating 1, you get 1 pip if you want to do a take 10.
Okay, got it. I understand now. Yes,
Yeah,
I will
and
take
I think
10.
you get force rating 2, it'll bump up to 3, I think.
Okay, yeah, I will take 10 and transform.
Super. Dogna, as you see that, there's a second thought that comes to your mind. You have a rank in core worlds.
What did you call me?
You have a rank in core worlds, which I'm
Hmm.
treating as basically knowledge of urbanized life on the week. So, you know that the Ijuki can transform.
Mhm.
You know, the Andante can transform.
Mhm.
It runs across your mind, how come the Andante haven't, you know, just became a giant pack of like sewer rats and just snuck through all the holes in the wall? Just an idle thought kind of right through your mind.
All right. That's a question to ask Groko later.
So, I think the highest ranks in perception everyone has is 1, right? Is there anyone that has perception in 2?
I have one.
First.
Okay.
Yeah, as my Beast of Wind, I have 1 rank in perception.
Okay.
I have 1 rank and -1 setback from the thing that gives me half.
Yes. Okay, super. Then, since you have the highest Kalos, you're going to notice this first. As you see the moon on the horizon, you happen to notice, you peer really closely, and you happen to notice there's something a little bit wrong with the moon. Dongna and Graka Beast will notice, or Graka Rat will notice soon. There's something unsettling. Something wrong with the moon. Kalis, you're the
Really?
first to notice. Yeah, Ilya, you don't have a rank in perception. Although you have a
I was gonna say
very
Ruidus
visual.
is flaring, but you know.
There's like a black splotch on the corner of the moon.
The corner of the moon.
Yeah, at the corner, at the edge of it. There's a black something. Normally the moon is, you know, grayish, yellow, white. But there's a black splotch in the corner.
That's racist.
Incredibly so. But as you look forward to see if you can identify a pattern or something for it, another cloud blocks your vision and you lose track of it. In Graka, you in particular hear a voice that you swear is coming from the moon. Sounds metallic and very ordered.
It's coming from the moon?
Trapped within the moon's embrace, my patience spans the ages. As the celestial tapestry weaves its course, the hour of reckoning draws near. A symphony of balance restored.
Does he hear this in basic or in Simarume?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I'm going to say he actually hears it in Simare.
Okay. Kind of looks around a little surprised and then hops up, jumps off of Ash and then hops up onto Dagna's shoulder and then kind of hides in the hood of her cloak.
So, okay, here's my question. Like, Dagna was immediately able to recognize that the comet that they saw earlier was bad because she was able to relate that back to what she knew about the beginning of the Empyrean War. Would she be able to do similar with what she just saw happening with the moon? Like, does this ring any bells for her from a historical perspective?
Give me a knowledge lore check, and let's make it 2 red, a purple, and let's go with 2 black. On the rapid recollection.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Did you say lore?
Yeah, lore. Correct.
2 red, 2 purple, and a setback?
2 red, 1 purple, and 2 setback.
No setback. Researcher.
Gotta love them talents.
2 red, 1 purple.
3 success,
Hey.
3 advantage. So let's go with the success, and you can help me determine what the advantage will be.
Okay.
So the comet kind of streaked down, and then for about a week, there was that basically rain of thunderbolts from the heavens that burned, let's call it, a quarter of this region. And then after that, a giant starship crashed down. You know, with your ranks in knowledge education as well, it may be reasonable to interpret that the comet, for lack of a better word, was not the comet like a rock, but maybe was a spaceship of some sort. It would line up with, you know, a black thing blocking your vision. You're not fully confident because you can't really make out what it was. Could just be the type of eclipse of a rock. You have some advantage. I mean, a spaceship would have to be astronomically huge for it to block that much vision.
Right.
Like
And
orders of magnitudes bigger than what crashed.
Okay, so would I reasonably be able to make the connection between? I can't remember the name of it. Give me just a second while I look at my notes. I am so sorry. Hold on. Okay, so given that I know that this thing is housed in Vossport currently, and we saw it while we were thrown back in time there for a second during the zombie encounter, would I reasonably be able to make the connection that the ship that crashed was the Eternal Voyager?
So you're looking through your notes again.
Yeah.
Let's say we'll get one advantage to confirm that no, those were actually 2 separate incidents.
Okay.
Let me go back to the world map for a second. Okay. So the one that's in Vossport, the Eternal Voyager, has been there since the founding of the city. It's been there since the original planetfall about 4,000 years ago. The spaceship that probably bombarded the Madlands and turned it into an absolute waste and then crashed. I don't think you have the name of it, but eventually it was the item that formed the Adamite Tower. It crashed into the surface and basically only the top part remains.
So the Adamite Tower was made from the wreckage of that ship, you're saying?
Yes. I am trying to think of... I'm not sure if I can... Do I just drag and drop an image into the chat on Foundry?
I think that works.
Do you give me... There we go. So that's an artistic rendition of the Adamite Tower. Adamite just being a fancy word for white.
Oh, that's not nearly as regal as I thought it was going to look. Okay.
No, I mean, it's a crashed spaceship from 400 years ago. Time has not been kind to it. It's also kind of unusual when you think about it that, you know, you have 4 heroes who saved the world, and the only thing they want was, hey, we want this crashed spaceship.
Right.
They could have ruled the whole world, but no, they just wanted a crash spaceship.
Okay.
You got 2 more pieces of advantage.
I can't see it anymore currently, right?
See what anymore currently?
The shadow across the moon.
No, it is blocked by a cloud. That's in the way.
The cloud.
I mean, I don't suppose I could maneuver any of my advantage into moving that cloud so I could get a better look.
Shoot an arrow at it with a message tied to it.
Birds can read.
Yeah, you know what? Let's spend the last 2 advantage so you can get a second look at it again.
Okay.
What are you trying to glean from the second look? Like, what's critical information that you want?
Oh, geez. Well, I guess the first thing I would be looking for, it would be like, is this just a trick of the light or whatever, or am I actually seeing something going across the surface of the moon? And if I am seeing that, I don't know, like if I have to make another roll for this, that's fine. But I guess that I would want to be looking for like any distinguishing features of whatever it is that I'm seeing to be able to determine whether or not this is in fact a ship.
So we'll go with I'm going to say combining in air quotes with those two. To answer your first question, yes, you recognize that it's okay, we're going to do a beautiful artistic rendition. Okay, so that's the moon, that's the blob, and you notice the blob is moving away.
Okay.
Either there is some massive object that's casting a shadow that's moving fast, or there's more of a trick of something's blocking your vision and it's moving.
Okay.
As far as distinguishing features, that's going to be a very difficult perception check.
I mean, I'll try it.
All right.
May as well.
Do I have guidance on distance with this? I think... Let's see. I think it will be a base difficulty of 5 purple.
Okay.
You're going to have 2 setback die from the atmosphere conditions, and you're going to have a boost die because it is moving in a very uniform fashion. Actually, forget the boost die. Make that a positive upgrade.
Which means what?
It turns a
green upgrade ability. Sorry. Yeah, I gotcha. So 5 purple and 2 black with the upgrade. Yep. Okay.
With the positive upgrade in your perception.
Okay. Yep. All right.
To see if you can get identifying features.
I don't have high hopes, but we're gonna try it anyway.
Incredible. Not only do you succeed with a triumph.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So many threats.
Wow. The moon explodes. No.
The moon explodes. The moon was secretly the Death Star the entire time.
Watch the moon so closely you don't see the bandit come up and stab you in the gut.
Yes. So, as far as distinguishing features, it looks angular. It does not look... Okay, of all possible objects, like it could be, it could be a donut, it could be like a square. From your immediate perception, you definitely can see that it is some kind of angled ship. And it is moving, kind of looks like... If the moon is over here, and the ship kind of looks like this, and it is going that way. You have a triumph, but you also have a lot of threat. So I think we need to resolve the threat first.
Okay.
You eventually... I'm going to, leverage a lot of it into one. You identified some kind of angle. The dark nature of it makes it so that it is beyond the broad shape of an angle. It's basically a blob. It's practically imperceptible to pick out any details.
Fair.
Greebly bits, it's just a black hut. And is now moving farther away from the moon. You do have a triumph, though.
Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh, shoot. Well, I'm open to suggestions.
I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be about the ship. It could be about the moon, for all you know. I mean, you are looking at the moon.
Did everyone just stop to look at the moon, or are we still like walking and surveying?
Or is this happening while Groka is turning into a rat?
This happened as you're kind of walking. It just happens to catch your attention, like, hey, what's up? There's some black of the moon. Normally, you expect the moon to be a circle, and it's like, hey, it's your brain noticed, hey, it's not a circle. It's like 90% of a circle.
So
Whether you stop or keep walking is
so
up to your
it's
character.
starting to wax or wane, not like moons do.
Yes, like moons do. It's basically on the horizon. You have the curvature of the Earth, the moon's right here, and
You mean Week's not flat?
unfortunately, it is not a toroid.
Flat circle.
Upon the
And it
backs
is
of
not a coin.
four giant elephants. Triumph,
Okay.
you feel inspired by the moon, and you have good luck going into the city.
You know what? I think that I actually want to use that because
Yeah.
no, I'm serious because Dagna does not want to be. It's a huge ass city, but her father's there and she doesn't want to be recognized. So I would like to leverage that triumph into. I don't know how we would want to maneuver that, but I would like to leverage it somehow into being able to sneak through Vossport relatively unnoticed by people who would know her.
Yeah, the moon.
The sky gods are smiling on you today.
Yes. Let's say they're smiling on you. So, unless you do something, I'm going to say incredibly obvious, like, here's my passport, everyone. It says I'm Dagna Zale. You're not going to have. We can leverage the triumph to. The moon god smiles upon Dagna and helps her keep on the low profile. So yeah, unless you initiate something
Cool.
like, you blow up a building or you have a giant picket sign saying I'm Dagna Zale, people aren't going to really recognize you into the city. Yeah, unless you show up at home too as well. But that's obviously that's something you're not going to do.
Yeah, of course. And luckily, my regalia armor is back in Kirklakis, so that works out.
So if someone was looking at you they're like, hey, I heard they went to the Kirk. They're like, oh, there's only a noble regalia. The worst must have happened. She must have died. So yeah, anything else before you get into the urban sprawl proper?
Just one more quick clarifying question. So I've been able to determine that this was in fact a ship, correct? Even though I couldn't see any. I'm relatively.
Yes,
certain.
You're very confident that was an artificial object that was moving, and the only reasonable outcome would be some kind of starship.
And that's unusual, right? The fact that I saw this and it flew away and it didn't crash land on the planet.
Highly unusual.
Okay.
In fact, it might actually be concerning. Can you roll me a 1 purple discipline check, please?
Discipline? Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any talents that affect fear? No, you don't.
No, I don't think so.
She's
Yeah,
got a support rat on her shoulder.
That's true.
You get a boost die for the support.
Yes!
Yay! My emotional support rat. Here we go.
Well,
Oh, jeez. You failed me. You failed me, Groka.
I gave you 2 advantage. It's about the best that I can do.
I
As a
needed
support rat.
success.
So let's go with bad news, good news.
All right.
Bad news. In between the comment, the fact there's a ship up there, highly concerning.
Mm.
Why is the ship up there? Why did the ship not crash? Why is the ship so big? Is it big?
Why is it the shape of a dragon?
Why is it the shape of a black dragon? Yes. So, you're going to get a setback die for the next scene. As
Great.
these thoughts start going back through your head of, you have some advantage, however.
Okay. Can I make the setback die go away if I spend all 4 of them?
I will let you say that you can, if you roll another 3 advantage on a check, you can have the setback die go away.
Say that again?
I can let you spend the 4 advantage here.
Mm.
That way, the next time you roll 3 advantage on a check, you can have the setback die go away. As you try to re-resolve yourself.
Okay, I'll do this then.
Okay. Narrative layer first.
Walking into Vossport. We're obviously in search for one of the 4 magical gemstones.
Yes. Ooh. Okay.
Just so we're not flying completely blind when we walk in. Would I be able to get an idea of at least where we can start looking?
Yes. Yes, that's actually an excellent use of that. So, with the 4 advantage, yes, you get visions of water. Water in docks, more water. All the thoughts related to looking for this particular gem are related to water and related to the waterfront of this city. So things like the docklands, the fish market over here, over here with, I think they call it the port over in New Vossport. All of those, everything you're thinking about for this gem is related to water.
Okay.
Moist.
Yes, Ilyana, you are very familiar with all these ancient stories. They all sound very similar. Of course, elemental crystals. It's like these ancient people are not very creative.
I should have taken some Branson lore, fuck.
I thought you would have. You have as a career skill. You can always take more later.
He needs that XP to
Okay,
get to
you
force rating.
convinced me.
Oh yeah, but don't forget, if you have any strain, you guys should be at 0 strain from the nice relaxing walk you have and the rest of you had this
Yay.
morning.
Did we heal any other crits in our week of walking?
I reread that and I realized that to heal the crit, I think you need a full week of downtime. No, I think we already did the one try there.
Okay.
Don't worry, you can always ask a healer or someone in the town to help you hold.
It's
those last
fitting
crits.
that Growcat and Growrat have a stinger.
All right, so we get over to Miastos.
Oh.
Yes, we are getting. I didn't realize how small the characters would be.
Can anybody else not see? I don't have vision.
Nope.
I thought I undid all the vision thing correctly.
I apparently don't have a token that has vision in this scene, is what it said.
I'd have to refresh.
Do I have a token on the board right now?
You do, yes, and I wonder.
Now I can see. Okay.
Got quite a layering of music going on. Is that
Let's
me?
see.
Okay.
Let me check to make sure. I think I turned everything else off. So now you have me paranoid about There we go. So yeah, you walk through Miastos, which is a huge urban sprawl on the outside. As Dagna is very familiar with the city, this is primarily filled with migrant workers and refugees from both the city of Fume, across the way, or the opposite direction of the Starfall village, and with the far-off city of Phalos, which is about a 2-month journey across the Rime Sea. So over here, you can see a much higher percentage of Lanix and Dracorians, and a bunch of other odds and ends, I would say, not usual species here. So very cosmopolitan. As you walk through the city, you notice up over in the corner, there are 2 Dracorians. One that you see appears to be kind of blinded and is panhandling right next to her partner, who is also kind of sitting and just keeping her company. Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor. Do you do anything, or do you keep on walking through?
I'm a rat.
Of the non-animal people.
What? Okay, like, are these? Is this one of these situations where if I go to drop a penny in their cup or whatever, they're immediately going to knife me and try to steal my shit? Or, like, is that a thing that happens?
No, homeless stabbings, for lack of a better word, not really. If they saw a Andante, they probably hide away and then stab them in the alley.
Right.
But no, they're just, begging for money. As you look closer to the one that's sitting down, you realize that she doesn't really have eyeballs.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like she's blind. Which, as you can imagine, might make it difficult to work. Alms for the poor.
Dagna doesn't want to draw attention to herself. I mean, this person's blind, her partner isn't. I think that Dagna would keep walking.
Sounds good.
You have a spare ration or 2, right? Because I've been supplementing.
You have 25 rations, I think? Yeah, 25. You got plenty of rations. You want to spare those.
Groka's been using his power to find food and water as well as we've been walking.
Right. Which helps a lot. Although there might be some areas of Weik. Well, there's some areas of Weik that a little less hospitable to life, so you may eventually use those rations.
We've been able to save.
But so far that you've been to, I mean, you can easily find food and water.
If no one objects, Kalis would probably grab 2 of the fresher things. 2 fresher units of rations, and then...
Objection.
Objection what?
Ileana has all the rations on her, and she's not stopping.
Groka's a rat.
Sounds good. So it looks like you're...
Yeah, she stops for a second, looks at Ileana, looks at the beggars, and then continues after Ileana.
Alms for the poor.
Squeak! Squeak, squeak!
So I realized I totally forgot to load a map.
I totally forgot. The players won't go on the rails unless you work with them.
No, the player forgot a critical rail juncture. It's like, the city gates. I forgot to include the city gates.
Blew
They were
right
wide
past the
open.
checkpoint. Go! Full steam ahead!
Okay, give me one second.
You did show slums outside the city. Maybe we met these Draconoids outside before we got
Yeah.
to the game.
No, yeah, they are outside the city before you get to the gate. Because you'd be going somewhere around here. As the city has massive Durasteel walls that were built from the original starships that crash landed a while ago. It's just that the city's population has grown so much they have to build outside the walls now. So yeah, you gotta eventually sneak around.
Squeak ups.
Oh, well, that's great.
Oh, I have this. I have one already? Please excuse me for not being super intelligent. We're super playing on that one as a goof.
No forgiveness given.
No forgiveness given. Only destroying the rail lines. That is.
Broca's a rat.
Bronca isn't that good at.
I had forgotten that. Thank you.
Couldn't tell.
Squeak.
So yeah, there's plenty of activity going on. I mean, you guys blend in easily. It's like walking through, to use a real life example, New York City.
What
Yeah,
time
I
of
mean,
day is this, by the
you
way?
are one
Obviously,
of
the moon
many-
is out.
Early morning.
Early morning.
So the moon's kind of hiding behind the horizon at this point. But yeah, let's
Grokrat
say
is hiding.
9 o'clock. I think this planet has like a 30-hour day, but yeah, it's early in the morning.
Grokrat is hiding in Dagna's cloak, like Sprinkle would.
So you're saying Dagna takes damage first. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, buddy.
Grokrat is invulnerable while he is in this form.
So you guys get to the city gates.
Very gray.
Very gray indeed. So you had to reinforce some of the walls. Down here at the bottom. Hopefully everyone can see. I'm trying to figure out why the vision thing wasn't
Yeah,
working.
this time I can see.
Okay. Alright. NPCs. Nope, the guard captain isn't that close.
Oh, good. That's great. Oh, that is way too many guards for my liking.
Squeak.
Well, as you may remember, there were some people who threatened the annihilation of the city. So
Okay,
I
so
mean, there's
I think what just knowing that Dagna is trying to be inconspicuous, like, you know, going through the main gate where all these guards are, that's no bueno as far as she is concerned. Would Dagna know of any ways, like, because she, you know, just knowing, like, you know, just having the thought that water is important, she's going to want to head to the docks straight away.
okay.
Would she know of a way to get to the docks that doesn't necessitate walking right through the front gate?
Well, let's think and strategize for a second.
Mhm.
So you are where Graka Rat is.
Mhm.
So you'd either need to find a way to sneak through a wall somewhere, tunnel underneath the wall somehow, then not get noticed, or you're going to go up and swim, or there's someone here who has like a small rowboat, and then you're gonna go through.
So there's not just like coastline or whatever that we can walk along, or
No, the wall basically extends to the coastline. We're gonna have a very crude drawing. So there might be a little bit over here, but you... I mean, do you really think a guard would abandon that location?
Yeah,
The
probably.
rails go through the gate.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You just have to get into the city, and the city is very paranoid because some powerful group said, I will annihilate your city.
Right.
George, can you get us some teleportation? Jeez.
Right. Seriously.
Vanishing, and we need your convenient teleportation skills.
What?
Where is that
Okay.
force rating 12 benefactor?
You
All right. I have a thought.
can also talk to other people and see if you can, like, blend in. I mean, there's probably a bazillion ways to get into the city.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me.
I mean,
I have a thought.
I'm a rat. I can get in easy.
Yeah. I'm a rat.
They have rat
This-
detectors.
This session better be titled "I'm a rat," right?
The summary better be called I'm a rat.
Okay, so here's my thought. Okay, I'm just gonna ask this: how familiar is Dagna with her father's like back alley dealings and stuff? Would she be aware of like any secret tunnels or whatever that smuggling happens through? Or
I think that's a pretty reasonable. Sorry, for some reason I have a weird thing popped up. Graka rat became huge on my. Anyways,
I'm a rat.
Mega rat. So yeah, there are surely plenty of secret passageways to sneak things in. After all, artifact hunting. Not all the artifacts are for let's just say public display. Naturally,
There's a crack in the wall.
So yeah, there's certainly a few passageways that you might be aware of. You probably could flip a destiny point and notice one of them.
Oh. Do it.
Raina, you there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm. Well, I mean,
destiny points are meant to be flipped in both directions. I mean, there are resources that have
that is true.
convenient
Okay.
things to happen. Like, I don't want to go through the gate. I want to go through the side way. That way I don't get noticed. Literally the purpose of the destiny point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that in mind, if nobody objects, I would like to spend a destiny point to be able to like Dagna all of a sudden remembers, she heard her father talking about this secret tunnel that's right, like within, not right next to the main gate. Obviously, that would be really fucking stupid. But a secret entrance nearby that would allow them to walk into the city unnoticed by the guards.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Flip that destiny point. Yeah, secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
So describe a little bit of the secret tunnel as you walk through. Does it seem used often? Does it seem like it was a natural crack that was exploited? Does it seem like something that was artificially drilled through? Are there like messages? What's like the flavor of this?
Is there an orc waiting for you?
Yeah, is there someone demanding a 5-cent tipping to let you in?
I think that it would be like it's definitely a man-made tunnel. It's nothing luxurious, it's probably just like, dirt walls, dirt ceiling, that kind of stuff. And I think
so
that
it's like buried underneath the Durasteel then.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like one of those things that's only like the only people that are walking through this regularly are people that don't, like they're not going to go broadcasting the location of this place around. So it's like very for sneaky nefarious purposes kind of deal. So
super. I don't know why the wolf is talking about that. The wolf does not know that.
It probably does, let's be honest.
Does it? Yeah, exactly.
So Ilyana, I assume the cat is on your back unless you're letting it walk or you're carrying it some other way.
It can Yes, it can ride with me.
So you walk on through, you just hear meow.
Squeak.
Boy, I'm so glad you don't bark.
Meow meow.
Scratch, scratch.
The cat likes it.
Meow.
The wolf is less happy with that comment and just keeps
The
walking.
wolf can fuck itself.
The wolf can just not give you items anymore too.
It's not like
It
it's
can be vindictive.
telepathic.
Yes, that's true.
So yes, after all that, you walk through. It's a little damp in there.
Mhm.
Where is? Oh, you end up in the crafts quarter section of the city.
Cool.
Ooh,
So we configure.
that's a creepy map.
So yeah, as you enter the crafts quarter, Vossport, of its, I would say, greatest industry is manufacturing, in the broad sense. You know, kilns with pottery, manufacturing textiles, you know, weaponsmithing. This is the area where all the work goes in. You know, as we go back to the city map for a second, it's to give a reference. Where did we... Sorry, I'm drawing a lot tonight. So it doesn't really matter too much where you live. Pretty much the city goes in and out of the crafts quarter. Not all of them, but it is by far, I guess you could say, like the downtown area in terms of number of people going there. They're all walking to the craft center. So you want to blend in. Oh, you thought it was crowded up in Miastos? No, the crafts quarter. I mean, you got kilns, you got food, you got, you know, food carts for the people working there. You got smithies. So yeah, you're down in the crafts quarter. What do you do? You're just continuing to walk through. You're gonna go on a little man-made river to go down the docklands.
Eliana would be very interested in if there are any shops or vendors or anything. She's a shopper.
Oh, of course there are shops here.
Great.
Oh, where is my list?
Anything weird or bespoke shops that make custom things?
Oh
or-
yes, of course. You could find, if you can't find it in Vossport, you're not going to find it all week.
Oh,
as
okay.
they
So
say.
this is like New York City. You just
It's
get-
like New York City or Chicago or however you want to describe it. Sorry, I have so many notes. I totally forgot where. Yes. So yes, as you're looking for a shop, is there anything in particular you're looking to shop for? Like, what's your heart's burning desire? Like, man, I really wish I could find this.
A cure
Are
for
you
whatever's
okay, Zerg?
killing Zerg.
Are you okay?
Excuse me.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Oh, she says that shopping, like, how this is. Like, she's at the mall. She's going to go
Yeah.
to every store. She's mostly just going to, for the GM. She's being exposed to many different vendors and shoppers, so you can assume that if there are some things that are going to happen in shops, that she would probably be there. You'd probably
Yeah.
get noticed as she's walking around too if there's any guards or constabulary.
Surprisingly not much. There are a few that are just kind of looking out in general, just to make sure there's not much trouble going on.
Yeah.
The city guard, but nothing, not as crazy as it is at the gates. Because people just making sure that people don't die in a stampede.
Okay.
But there's plenty of foods. You have people selling
Oops.
armor, people selling food, clothing, kitchenware, carts. I mean, you name it. You just look it up for a sign high up and say, oh yeah, this is where I'm going to find exactly what I'm looking for.
No, I don't have anything that I need to buy. Also, I don't have any money, so...
Yeah, that might be a hindrance. You do looks like you get flagged down by a Twi'lek woman.
Okay.
Oh! Hey! You don't look
Hello.
familiar.
No, I am not from this part of the city.
Oh, well, it's your first time. Thank you for coming. I'm Lenara.
Lenara, nice to meet you.
Oh, I work on behalf of the Prosperity Guild. If you are looking for something, or if you want any help or anything involving the wares you could find here, or more about shopping in Vossport in general, I'd be happy to answer any of your questions.
What store is she? What are we in right now? Some kind of...
You're looking at a massive market. Dogna, you are familiar that Prosperity is the largest guild when it comes to merchants and intercity trade.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh, so this is like wholesalers. Okay.
Yeah, it's like wholesale. It's like the Costco or the Amazon.
Like Costco? No, I thought like more like the places where it's like just fell off the truck, huge discounts, like they're shippers, but I don't know.
I would say it's more like instead of just fell off the truck, more like if you can't buy it here, you're not gonna find it anywhere.
Oh, this is...
I want to sell you
Discount Dan
something.
by another name. God damn it.
It's not Discount
Okay.
Dan. Discount Dan wants to rob you. This person just wants to make sure you're having a good time while shopping.
You say that.
Oh.
Not that kind of good time. Get your mind out.
This is Discount Flan.
Discount Fran.
Yes, if there's anything involving purchasing, she would be more than happy to help you. After all, it does bring more commerce to her city, and that's always a good thing.
Yes, what did you say your name was? Lenara.
Lenara.
Yes, I'm kind of low on funds at the moment.
Oh, you need work. You need to find some work so you can have more funds to buy something, right?
Well,
assume?
sure, but I was not looking for work immediately. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you have things to sell, you're going to want to keep the prices down.
Of course, like we always do.
But we understand each other.
Well, I'm sure if not me, there's plenty of friends from Prosperity who would love to help you when the time is right. Anything else I could do to help you today?
Don't think you've done anything yet, but okay. No, not that I can think of.
All right. Kind of looks over because for her the conversation is mostly done at this point, unless you had something you want to talk to her about. She's getting on with the next patron, unless you had some dying conversation you want to have with her.
Nope.
Sounds good. Hey, welcome to the Crafts Corner. As she's starting to talk to someone else.
Squeak.
He's a rat.
He's a rat.
He's a rat. So what's the rat thing? It's actually a fascinating...
Rat thing.
I think it's very important. The Ajuki always talk about the shelled city. I think, would disparaging be a good word of what Graka usually thinks of the shelled city? Like, all these fake structures.
He doesn't understand it. It's not disparaging. It's just a complete lack of...
Alien.
Yeah, alien. This idea of building these structures, building... not living within the confines of the natural world is strange to them. In this case, he's literally cowering in Dagna's cloak, wide-eyed at the amount of people, at the noise, at the busyness. It is completely foreign to him. Everything about this is a little terrifying. And as a rat, he is cowering.
So, like, if a
Aw.
horse walked by you with a massive cart, you'd probably naturally be a little terrified.
I mean, he's
moving.
terrified of anything large and moving, and yeah, he's cowering. This is all new to him, and he's in his rat mind, so it's even more terrifying.
Oh, poor Graka.
Aw. How about
Yeah,
Kalis?
no.
How about Kalis? What are you thinking about this massive urban environment? It's nothing like you've seen on Dathomir. I mean, the closest thing you would have maybe would be an imperial prison that has long since been abandoned. But even then, wasn't hardly as big as this.
I'm going to say that in her spare time, Kalis would go to said prison ruins and practice the fine art of free running. So as she's going through Vossport, she's looking around just like she would in the jungle for game trails and which rooftops between buildings could serve well as traversing terrain. So she's just taking in the sights.
That's
Just
pretty cool.
to the outward observer, she is a tourist.
As you're continuing to
However-
walk,
Yeah.
As you're continuing to walk through Dogna, you hear a telepathic speech from Ash. And where exactly are we going?
I've heard the wolf talk at this point, right?
I think
During
I think-
during your drug trip, yes.
Yeah,
That's
during your drug
right!
trip.
That's right. Like,
So now, are you having another drug trip, or is it you're actually confirming it's
look-
speaking to you?
like, she'll jump back, kind of startled at first, and then she'll just look at Ash, and then she doesn't really know how this works, but she'll just think and hope that he hears her. So that wasn't just a drug-induced fever dream. You can actually talk. Okay, well,
Just look at you with that comment.
Yeah.
Go on.
well, strange talking wolf. We are going to the docks to try to look for one of these gems that's apparently here.
Wonder if that means we have to travel on the boat. Yeah.
Oh, the dog doesn't like water.
Would you have a problem if we had to do that?
As long as we're not on a raft.
What do you have against rafts?
Could fall off them.
I mean, you can fall off anything. You could,
That's true.
you could fall off this rockway right now. What makes a raft any different? Just that it's on water? Can you swim?
Not very well.
Seems a strange habit for a dog to not be able to swim.
This world is full of strange things.
Yeah, I'm learning that more and more every day. Well,
Says the cat.
well, we'll cross that proverbial bridge when we get there. For now, let's just go and see what we can see. So, Shred,
Yes.
thinking back to the visions that we had before the teleportation thing happened,
Mm-hmm.
one of the gems was in a cave, and we were floating on the river.
Correct.
Now that we're actually here,
Mm-hmm.
does, like, thinking back to what we saw in that vision, might I know where that was?
From your recollection of the vision, there isn't really much that lines up with the Docklands itself.
Okay.
Get everyone to move, or you could drag your tokens.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have vision again.
Well,
There we go.
there we go.
Oh, this,
Multitasking with, I should have prepared a little bit better with,
I recognize this image.
I don't see an image. I just see our token. I just see our tokens on a blank grid. Hey, I just need time to catch up.
There?
Oh, and I have duplicated myself somehow.
You've discovered the secrets of cloning. Somehow Dogna has cloned herself.
Liana is finding a boat that's not on the rails.
Alright. So yeah, as you get to the Docklands, more people. However, this is less random people and more seaside and merchants going through here. Every day, it feels like 100 ships dock, unload their cargo, and then load new cargo and leave this place. I mean, you can see a whole variety of ships, from
It's Long Beach.
Yeah, little dinghy to, yeah, you can say it's like Long Beach. Maybe not the district portion that's super weird, but yeah, pleasure cruises, mostly cargo in this location.
Oh, pleasure cruise? What?
Well, I mean, people, go to boats for fun sometimes. Not the
Yeah,
dog.
where are those? Yeah. Show me.
So yeah, where does the party go? You go to the Docklands. There's nothing that's really jumping out with, in terms of, well, my train derailed, so there's nothing jumping out in terms of, oh, obviously I need to go through this cavern. And now just at the docks. Plenty of people.
Pleasure cruise.
Pleasure cruise. Yeah, you see a few people over here on this little pierway. They're starting to get onto this little boat, and they're going on a little fishing excursion.
Oh, fishing. Okay.
Oh God, no! Please tell me Chad isn't here.
Is this an even bigger Chad? Does he have 4 fishing ladies with him this time?
Excuse me. Excuse me. I heard there was a pleasure cruise. Is this where I come to go on the pleasure cruise?
There we go.
Oh, you got a ticket?
No, can I buy one?
Oh, sorry. I mean, I think they're all sold out for today, but I think if you go back in to that building over there, you can purchase one for tomorrow.
Couldn't I just, squeeze on the current boat that's about to leave Pretty Please?
Man, please don't make me call the city guard.
Oh, you wouldn't call the city guard. I'm trying to be so nice.
Look, if you don't have a ticket, I can't do it. I need to get paid,
I can pay you.
She's thinking about it. 30 gold pieces?
That's okay.
She holds out her hand, just waiting for the 30 gold pieces.
Fuck.
Didn't quite think this through, did you?
Oh, I thought about it.
The coin purse hasn't followed you to the pleasure cruise yet.
Let's see here.
You hear the same,
Yeah,
similar
credits are
voice.
0. Okay.
You hear a similar voice from before in the back of your head, the one that helped you seal that container. Would you want 30 gold pieces right? Would you want 30 gold pieces right now?
Yes.
God.
How badly do you desire it?
Oh no.
In terms of what?
In terms of, do you want to will 30 gold pieces? You know.
Of course. It is within my power to will money into existence. I will do this.
Yes. Why don't you give me a force rating? Just roll me your force rating.
Might I add for my Icor reserve? May I suffer 2 strain to increase force rating by 1 until the end
Yes.
of the encounter?
Yes, you may.
Good. First 3. I roll that by doing this. I am feeling very dubious.
You are feeling
Devious.
very devious. Let's see. So there's 1 pip to activate that basic power. What did this control do?
I actually would not mind it if it looked like I apparated the gold in my hand with a green smoke.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll see how I react to that.
Oh, apparently I also need you to roll a deception versus vigilance check, but this person isn't very good, so you're just rolling 1 purple. You also get a boost die. Based on the description, you get 1 boost die from having kind of apparate in your hand, like something fancy. You know, I mean, the rich people can do magic, right? That's why you're rich.
Yes, I am clearly rich. Okay. Oh wow, I actually rolled well.
Yeah, you actually rolled pretty good. You didn't even need the boost die at all. So yes, the target kind of gets shocked at first, ugh. And then, whew, kind of lowers her voice there. Ooh, okay.
Where are Kalis and Dagna?
Where are Kalis and Dagna
Rokarat,
and Grakarat at the moment while Ilyana's about to go on a pleasure cruise?
You know what I'm gonna say.
Oh. I'm a rat.
I am accompanying Dagna. Dagna is small and lacks weapons. I must keep her safe. Because all she has is a rat.
I mean, I think, like, I mean, she's actually made it to the docks, and that's great. She knows that water is important for some reason, but she doesn't really know what she's looking for. So,
Yeah.
she's just kind of.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so I think that at this point, she's just kind of like, walking along the docks, trying to come up with a plan that doesn't involve just staring at the water and wishing that she had a freaking gem detector or something.
That's honestly what I was doing. I was like, oh, is somebody going on a boat? Like, I'll get on that. So if you want to come or whatever,
I mean, sure. I mean, I'll say that she eventually spots Ilyana talking to this person and getting ready to get on this boat, and just turn to Kalis real quick. What is your sister doing?
This is normal for Ilyana.
Dagna's not used to Kalis yet, or Ilyana.
Yeah.
I do not know. Perhaps we should go ask before she
Yeah.
does anything.
That's probably a pretty good idea. Take off walking toward the boat.
All right, so you're gonna apparate. What is it? 100,
Gold.
120 gold, I think, for 3 people.
What? I thought you said 30.
90 gold for 3 people.
What?
Are you apparating more gold for the rest of the party to join the boat trip?
Oh, is that okay? Yeah, sure. I didn't understand.
Yeah. Ilyana, as you, I'm gonna say, deliver
son.
the money towards the human lady boat captain.
Yes, my friends here will accompany me as well, if that is something that gold can buy.
Well, we're pretty close to the weight limit, but I think it'll be fine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You are such a nice person.
Yeah.
But my dog is going to stay here.
You're growling.
He's scared of the water.
Starting to slowly back up away because he is scared of the water.
He'll be fine.
It's fine. When we come back, he'll have found the goddamn thing.
Yeah. Or some really great weapons.
So yeah, looks like the 3 of you are going there. As the boat starts to depart, you hear and the voice in the back of your head. Good.
Oh shit.
The power
Sorry guys, I
you feel
fucked
flowing.
this.
Feel the power flowing through you and understand your righteous destiny.
Yes. This is my destiny. To go on pleasure cruises and create money out of nothing.
Yes, destabilize the global economy.
Inflation is nothing in the face of my power.
Well, note I said misdirect. It may be more of an illusion than purely creating money out of thin air.
I expected this.
Yeah. But she buys the illusion, so. All right, so you go on a pleasure cruise that ends up being a nice little fishing adventure.
Oh.
Dagna,
going-
you can feel when we're out on the water, not being in the city, Grokrat is less. The quaking kind of subsides a little bit. He's able to relax a little bit more. Squeaks a little bit, pokes out, kind of sniffs about, more so than he was when we were in the city.
She'll reach up at some point and just, like with a finger, like just scratch the top of Groka's head.
Yes, Ilyana will feed Luna if she eats food. If she eats.
Oh, I thought you meant with Groka. I was like, what?
Chomp! And Groka died that day until he reformed and Luna exploded.
Yeah.
Full Ant-Man.
Well, you have to chew your food more, Luna. Jeez.
So yeah, you have the human captain who's giving little pleasure clues. The navigator is a Duros, as is Dagna, as you not surprised there. Most of the sea ship navigators are Duros. Have a certain adventurous spirit.
That's racist.
I mean, they're the ones who choose to be adventurous and navigators, and they're very good at it.
I'm just pulling your leg. It's fine.
And you notice there's an interesting little, I guess I would say, habit. As you guys are kind of camped out, there's a few beers in this sort of cooler device, little ice chest. No, I'm goddamn drawing a penis again.
I was gonna say, you haven't accidentally drawn a dick tonight.
The night is
The
getting
night is-
late,
yeah.
so you're...
Okay. To a good start. Here we go.
I mean, Ilyana is basically our jester clone, so drawing dicks is on cue.
Or like a big zucchini with a pair of little grapes at the bottom.
Oh boy.
Balloon animal and then
A big rope with a honking knot at the end.
yeah.
As you go out, you also notice in the middle of the harbor, there's these steel ribs of what looks like why am I blanking on the word? It's not template. It's like a skeleton of a crashed starship. You notice a lot of these wind ships that these trade ships that are loaded with cargo. You would think that it's some kind of a skeleton structure, but looks like a massive ship. Pretty similar to the one you found in Skyfall Park, but this one looks more corroded and more torn apart. You'd imagine that they tore off these platings to make the city wall. So instead of, say going straight, over and out onto it, you notice that a lot of the wind ships go out and they touch this particular structure. Or they're if they can't touch it, they're at least throwing like a glass of brandy at it. It's kind of unusual.
Sailors do be suspicious lot.
That is alcohol abuse.
Yeah, your captain is talking about how it's an old sailor's tradition that throwing a glass of brandy at the structure gives them good luck in their sailing. And that they'll especially need it since we haven't really heard back from the ships that went to Fallis last year.
What?
What do you mean, what? Don't you know?
I don't know shit.
Guy rolls her eyes a little bit. You
Lord
know that big
on me, baby. Come on.
you know that big city across the Rhine Sea? I mean, I know it's a long journey, but I'm surprised we haven't seen any ships come back from them. I mean, it's early spring. It should be, the ice should have melted at this point for them to travel through.
Maybe they don't like you guys anymore.
I mean, I've heard people say that, but, people still like stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys seem fine to me. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, I guess it's a them problem, but, Anyways, another beer.
Yeah.
Tosses you another beer. Glass bottle.
Or some ass for Luna.
And then we find out Luna is actually another shapeshifter.
Yes.
So yeah, what do you guys want to get out of this pleasure cruise? You're kind of just sitting there fishing. No chat in sight.
Some kind of force ritual so that we can figure out where the fuck this jet is.
I mean, have you tried the concept of asking around?
Like, hey, random person, do you know where an elemental gem might be hidden in this city?
I'm sure people have heard the legend of the Prism of Elements. So people may have some tribal knowledge, to say the least, about, oh yeah, I've heard about that.
I could ask if
stories
anybody
like this.
Could ask if anybody here trades in gems or crystals who might know.
Oh yeah. Might be another option.
Well, Dagna might know that, wouldn't she?
Yeah, I'm sure if you found, what's the guild's name?
The Guild of the Jingling Coin Purse.
Well, you can go to the credit union, which is the banking group. You can also go for the fabricators who make stuff out of gems. You can also go to Sakauti, which is a surveying group. If you're really desperate, you could ask your father.
Yeah, no, that is last resort.
So yeah, there's a few different guilds I'm sure you can ask, questions about for gems in particular.
Any homeopathic remedy shops around? Use
An alchemist shop?
Crystal healing.
So Dogna might know of an alchemist shop down in Honeymire, which is a seedier side of town, to say the least.
Ooh, seeds.
I mean, with a name like that. No, not...
Rats like seeds.
Yeah, rats do like seeds, but I'm not sure rats like,
You don't know.
honey. Wink, wink.
You don't know. Groka could be a very sexy rat.
Oh,
Wow, dude. I
he's not just a rat. He's a sexy rat.
I'm a sexy rat. Squeakums.
oh, please stop.
I'm a racy rat.
Lead the way, Dagna. Find us someone to talk to,
Oh, Jesus.
or we will continue on more pleasure cruises.
So yes, you do know of an
With sus force conjured money that's destroying the economy and causing inflation.
well, remember it's fake.
Unsanctioned
The economy
force
is
money.
fake?
I mean, that's kind of a given, you know.
Oh, I suppose we should get back on the rails.
We're implying
Dagna.
that
Hey, Dagna, do you know any places that might have the gems that we're looking for?
These are not the gems you're looking for.
I'm not sure there's rails. The GM doesn't know what the rail is either.
What you? Oh, jeez.
The rails
Well,
led
it
us
is
to the
getting
city.
late.
The city is a giant pool. Go swim.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you do know there's an alchemist shop. Enigma Alchemy down in Honeymire. They might be able to help if you're looking for someone who uses crystals.
You know, I think that she would start there because I think that she would again, not wanting to be recognized by anyone who would know her or her father, as long as she can. I don't think that she would start with the bank or the credit unions because I'm sure they are more than familiar with her father at least. So,
You need at least
so
four
yeah, I
different
think
forms of
I
identification.
think the alchemy shop is a good place to start.
To the honey pot we go.
To the Honeymire we go. But first, you need to go back to the docks and
Right.
Nope, not that one. This one. Well, thanks again on the cruise, and thanks for the cash, for the coins. Always a pleasure.
Wow. Why did I? Yes, thank you for taking us at the last minute. That was very kind of you. I will not forget this. What did you say your name was? Yeah.
Got him!
She is clearly stressed about thinking about all the things she's doing. Like, what's my name?
What's her name?
Because that's things that happens.
Dina. Yeah, just
Dina. Okay, Dina. Thank you so much.
as the GM is loading in real time.
Yeah, I noticed that it doesn't, I go over to Honeymeyer?
Yes, you're going to Honeymeyer.
Oh, that's a pretty map.
Yeah.
That's a good
Oh my
map
God,
this
Treg.
game, Tread.
Sorry, say again, Trans?
The maps this game are really neat.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
I need to delete that. It's a duplicate.
Oh no, Treg went to Reddit.
Jesus Christ, Treg, I'm done.
I don't think you call that a rat anymore.
It's from Dimension
We're
20.
getting into Skaven.
Skate.
We're getting into Skaven territory. Oh, I
No
found
warp
this one.
stone. No warp stone for you. Do not give the rat the
There's
warp
this.
stone.
This is a really nice alchemist shop for
We're
being
bringing
in
down the
lands.
moon, baby.
I'm gonna blow up the moon. Let's copy you over from documents. Oh my god, is this the pipeline?
No.
Please reconsider.
It's the scale.
Where is I'm a rat on that scale?
Please reconsider, I would hope. You guys need Jesus.
I'm a rat.
Boo, Shred, boo.
All right. Just as a sort of, thinking out loud of things you will see on your way over. So, yeah, honeypot. So, you obviously went to the Doglands. You eventually went through the fish market, which really smells of fish. Most of the fish gets caught there and then stored over here in Cold Town, because it's cold storage there. Very innovative name. As you walk by, before you get to Honeymeyer, there is a massive park with a massive, I would almost, if you could call a starship fish-like, starship that's crashed practically vertically into the ground. In Dogna, that's a spitting image of what you've seen in your dream regarding the
Yep.
Eternal Voyager. That's a 1-to-1, and the engines are kind of up in the back. And there's definitely one that looks like its cowling is missing. Doesn't look very well protected.
Okay.
There is a guard presence, but the guards there are very close to the ship, and they're focused on making sure people don't touch the ship.
Mm.
But otherwise, you're able to sneak.
You
through
hear
them.
that, Ileana? Don't touch the ship.
What?
The legend is, Dong, as you know, the legend is if you touch the ship, you die.
Oh,
It's kind of cursed.
goodness. Okay.
Well, like if you touch it, I think you're fine. If you get inside the ship, you die. Or at least that's what they tell the kids. Make sure they don't play with it.
Ah, gotcha.
Forbidden ship.
And you finally get to the entertainment district. There are very, very sexy looking ladies of all sorts take your pick.
Oh no, please no, don't load, don't load. Oh fuck.
Load. Load faster.
Jesus Christ.
Wrong.
No,
That is wrong.
No. No. Why?
Please reconsider.
Yes, as
Even-
you try to avert your eyes from all sorts of the temptresses in the area, and some temptors. I mean, it is the far, it's a galaxy far, far away. I mean, some men look really good. Anyways, so you finally make your way over to near the coast. You've heard of. Why am I blanking on the name? The Enigma Alchemy. I need to. Which is ran by a
Carby,
Choo choo. A species that you don't normally associate with this planet. I don't think any of you recognize a Shadra fan. I mean, obviously you know what Shadra fan is as a player, but I don't think as a character you've really seen a Shadra fan.
I think there's something called a xenology check.
It would be a xenology check. I can't imagine any of you would have the whatchamacallit? The back. I don't think any of you have seen this one before, so I can't imagine why you have a xenology check for it.
I once hunted one down.
Nah, you don't recognize this one. It's about your size, Dogna. You know.
Okay.
Smaller. Now on the smaller side compared to humans.
Hey, look at that!
Look at that! Hey, you actually know something.
Wow!
You have heard this alien species as a Shadra fawn. They tend to be very energetic, very knowledgeable, always happy to help, possibly gullible. Definitely lemmings. There's a story about... I'll combine the advantage into a story. So, there is a story you've heard long ago, well before Planetfall, where there was a tidal wave on their world. And during that tidal wave, as you've learned from Astral Academy about the mechanics of a tidal wave, you know that water recedes a lot before the actual wave comes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Shadra fan are like, oh, the water receded. Oh my goodness, look at all these starship parts. Let's all go, yeah! And like a quarter of the population of the city went out into the water, not thinking about the tidal wave coming in. And then they all died.
Careful.
And then they died.
And then they died. So they're always very excited. Risk control is not in their wheelhouse. Fitting for an alchemist shop, where risk goes wild.
Kaboom!
Yeah, maybe there was a kaboom. This shop is unusually well kept, given the nature of the kaboom.
Refurbished multiple times recently.
You know, as they say, fear an old man in a young man's tradition. As you see this Shadra van mixing around chemicals, and as a cloud of vapor comes up, and as the vapor recedes, you see there's looks like red paint kind of spray painted on the Shadra van's face.
And their face
Jesus
starts melting.
Christ!
No, not melting, just colored wrong. As you open the door, you hear wind chimes for her to signal that someone entered the shop. Oh, hello. Can I help you? Dogna, is that you?
Oh, fuck me. I don't. That's not a character.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tell anyone you're here. I know what you told me last time, never to tell anyone.
Okay, wait. Who the fuck is this person?
Nyx Briskwhisker, the head of this alchemy lab. George has introduced you to this person a long time ago. As someone with a more experimental nature when it comes to magic.
Okay.
Basically, it's an individual, kind of like you, does not have any innate magical ability, but still experiments with the magical nature of this world.
Okay, I gotcha. All right.
In this case, by use of alchemy.
Alright.
She starts running around and kind of wiping her face as some of the red paint kind of falls off. She's rushing for you for her hug. What do you do?
She awkwardly accepts the hug, sure.
Oh, it's so happy to see you. What brings you back here?
Good to see you, Nyx. Looks like you've been keeping yourself busy.
Yes. I might be on a breakthrough with multispectral paint, where you can see it painted one color in one vision of sight, but other types of sight we'll see in another color.
Oh, well, that's
You can
fascinating.
make things invisible at the same time. It is wonderful. I'm so happy you're here. But I'm very surprised to see you here.
Yes, well, it wasn't. It's a long story. If you would just keep the fact that you saw me to yourself, I would very much appreciate it.
Oh, you know me, I can well keep a secret. Hey, you! Pointing over to Ilyana. Don't touch that. You might lose an arm over that.
What?
Don't touch that chemical. That thing's a very corrosive acid.
Oh, well, you just leave it on your shelf here. I figured that was for sale.
Well, I'm willing to part with it for a price.
Is it?
Are you interested in buying it?
You just said I was, yes.
Ooh, well then. Let's see. That is the... You know, even I can't pronounce the labels I make sometimes.
You don't know the name of this either, do you?
It's unobtainium, guys.
It looks like Kool-Aid.
Well, I'm willing to part with it for 50 gold.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. That's what makes it so fun.
Okay, I see what game we're playing here. No, I think you pay me 50 gold because it's so dangerous. I take it off your hands.
She grabs it. She kind of looks at it. He comes down the ladder, carries it very carefully. You pay me 10 gold. Final offer.
I don't know. Well, 20, and I get consideration of your carnivorous plant.
She's thinking about it. You say consideration on the carnivorous plant?
Yes, I assumed it was your prized possession. I mean, look at that thing. How could you ever sell it? But, you know, sometimes people want to get...
Remind me where the carnivorous plant is. There's... Oh, I see. Yeah, up there.
Feed me, Seymour.
Deal. 20 gold, and I'll start considering about we're gonna get rid of that thing.
This guy's giving me 20 gold and a bottle of something.
No. She was thinking that you'd pay her 20 gold for that.
Oh, no.
Oh, you want me to pay you?
That's what I said. I said you pay me 50 gold to take it off your hands.
No. She
Dangerous.
starts putting it back up onto the shelf.
You can finish putting it back on the shelf.
This whole time, Grokrat has been cowering under the stool that they are climbing on. Because when she ran over and gave Dagna a hug, Grokrat kind of got weirded out by this, and when she turned around and started walking away, dashed off to go be with Ilyana, and then Ilyana got busy, and yeah, so there's a very small rat
sitting
cowering
next
in
to
the
the door
shadows,
with the
trying
dog.
not to be noticed.
Things are happening. This rat is getting fucking...
I'm sitting next
education
to the
today.
dog.
Dog.
The dog.
I'm just sitting on the steps or sitting somewhere and just stroking the dog's fur.
So,
Living
Nick,
my
dog
best
is-
life.
The dog is pleased with it.
So Nix, actually, our reason for being here is less to do with the unknown and possibly dangerous liquid variety and more of the gem variety.
Oh, gems. I mean, there's plenty of gems around. I mean, could you be a little bit more specific?
Well, this may sound odd, but we're interested in a specific gem of lore that you may have heard of. A certain water elemental gem that's rumored to be somewhere in the city.
Somewhere in the city. Hold on. She's scurrying along as she's trying to find where her books are.
As she scurries
follow
off,
me, follow me.
as she scurries off, Dagna will go over, pick up Groka Rat, give him a little scritch, put him back on her, like under her cloak, and then take off running after Nyx.
Kalis, as this is all going on, Ash is kind of looking, and then Ash is speaking telepathic to you. This is a weird shop. Such chaotic energy in here.
She nods and pats him on the head.
I'm surprised it's so clean. Over here with Nyx going up onto the step ladder and starting to climb up the bookshelf. It's like, let's see. Treatise of the Imperium War, you know, the dark arrival on this world, and why the stars really did go out during the travel. Let's see. The Kaizen Republic, Volume 1, Kaizen Republic, Volume 2. Let's see. Crystal lore. Yes. She's scurrying up, down, and brings it down to Dagna. Let's see. The only one I can know, she's flipping through the pages. Yeah, there's one here. I think it's part of like a Prism of Elements or something like that. Is that the one you're thinking of?
It sounds about right, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. During that whole Imperium War, it looks like those Ondanti or whatever people living out way out there were attempting to gather some crystals to bring down that big starship that crashed. I guess they succeeded, and then somehow during the chaos of that war, the Astromancer somehow got a hand of it and split off to the four corners of the world. And supposedly they have one in each of the major cities, one going here, but I can't seem to... Can you read this? It's a bunch of squiggly lines in text that doesn't make any sense. Like if it was a crazy person just starting to... It's like a Jackson Pollock painting with lines.
Oh, jeez. No, unfortunately, that George did not teach me how to read squiggles.
George, oh yeah, I remember that time. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, almost took off George's leg with the plant. Yeah, he wasn't very happy about that one.
Huh? He never told me about that. When I have more time, you'll have to tell me that story. But
yes. I imagine the crystal's probably really important because, is it related to that whole thing about those, Adanti trying to burn down the city that I heard about?
Do I know about this?
Yeah, they're kind of related. You've heard from Jors, and you kind of heard whispers and, panic from some people here about, that Odanti person that delivered the letter saying, soon Nighthawks of Art's going to burn down the city and annihilate everything.
Yeah, that sounds familiar now that you've said it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I might know some people, that might be able to help. If you can... Oh, let's see. Hold this for a second. You hold the book about crystal lore. Oh, let's see. Where is my contacts? Let's open this one up. Let's see. Well, your father might be one of them, although I know you and your father do not get along very well, so maybe we'll nix that one.
I would definitely call my father a last resort, if at all possible.
Oh, let's see. There is another Astromancer. Oral Miscord might be one. What's another one we can do? There is a Sala. She kind of starts flipping her book 90 degrees. Sala. Why can't I read her last name? Why can't I read it? Man, you ever take your notes sometimes and then wonder, you ever get mad that you take notes and you can't read it later?
Is this in or out of character?
Theoretically in character.
Well, that's why I use a data pad, Nix. It's all typed I don't have to worry about being able to read handwriting.
Let's see. Tala Skyspear? Let's see. Isn't he a friend of your father's?
Yeah. I haven't seen Thala in a while, but of course, if I talk to Thala, then Thala might go to my father, and maybe we'll just put a pin in that one too.
Yeah, I don't know why I have him here, but apparently I do. How strange. Well, I guess you can always go to the other people. I don't know who leads some of these guilds anymore, but I guess you can always go to the one. I guess always go to Sakauti. I think it's a Duros leading it. Squeeze this over. I think they got one over in Marinhorn. I think it's got an office in there. Might be able to know. I mean, you're searching for a gem. I mean, you might know something there. But, I guess you can go to the banking guild too, but I think they most likely have that under lock, and I don't think they want to part with it without lots of money. Damn bankers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, especially now that they have this weird, like, horse person. I don't even remember the name of that species.
Horse person.
Horse person. Horse dog? Horse person? Anyways, that's not important. But, yeah, those are a few people I'd probably reach out for. I guess Sala... Hold on. Kind of looks over, at you and your gear. Your grimoire. Where is your grimoire located?
It's in my backpack.
She used to have the grimoire of Cyclops the Lame. That's Sala.
Oh, Sala had it? Okay.
Yeah, Sala had it. As far as Nyx is concerned, Sala still has it.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, I will just let Nyx continue to believe that.
Sounds good. I know there's so many fake copies out there, but I guess she has the real thing. Of course, I mean, that thing's full of beasts, so... But, you know, for a beast master, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you know where this astromancer hangs around?
I don't know. I barely can keep up with his shop. I mean, you know those astroman... I mean, you know how weird Jors is. I mean, Jors is relatively normal. He's usually up near Skyhome. The rest of these astromancers, they're like... Starts flailing his... She drops the book and starts flailing both of his hands to exaggerate. It could be anywhere. Out in the woods. Out alone. Middle of the city, you never know. I don't know, I'd start praying at this point if you really were looking for him.
By the way, Shred, does this astromancer, like, you know, just it, even if it's something as simple as Jor's mentioning him in passing, does this name ring any bells for me?
No, it does not. The weird thing, I'm gonna say weird thing. It's a reminder for the astromancers. They tend to be very antisocial and territorial. Like I said, Jors is usually unusual for an astromancer for being super friendly and, like, known, for lack of a better word. Most of the astromancers either keep to themselves or they hide in plain sight. The only thing anything knows about is that they meet at Skyhome for the annual solar eclipse. But no one can ever figure out where they're meeting. They just heard some guy told a long time ago, yeah, they meet at the solar eclipse. You know, it's like the Aurora Borealis. Localized tile in your kitchen? Yes. Can I see it? No. Yeah, finding a wizard is literally like finding a needle in the haystack. You might actually have better luck finding this crystal than finding this person. At least the crystal won't resist looking for you.
I'm glad Nyx told me about him then. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure if you find a artifact of well renown, I'm sure that might draw the attention of Oral.
It's possible. So by the way, do I know Sala like personally, or am I just aware of Sala?
I think this might roll me a knowledge core worlds check of 2 purple difficulty.
Oh, whoops! That is not what I meant to do. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on,
roll
let me
again.
try it. Like try it again. Okay. Wait, no, damn it.
Yes, you have heard of Sala before, because she leads a, I guess, circus of beasts. That's known as the Menagerie.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she basically runs a beast circus to show off.
Okay.
Oh, look at all the wonderful things that exist in this. It's like a moving zoo, right? Like, look at all
Right.
these wonderful beasts that exist here, and she's a very competent hunter in that regard.
Okay. Okay, well, just thinking aloud here, like, finding the Astromancer is probably going to be difficult. The Surveying Guild, I am hesitant to go to just because of how closely they might be working with the Archaeology Guild. You know, Thala, obviously friends with my father. So I think that the logical place to begin would be Sala.
Sounds good. And I'm going to flip a dark side destiny point. And,
Oh, good.
And just to raise your anxiety.
Great.
To raise. Hey, you're trying to find the circus lady? Oh, her shows are wonderful. I heard she's even gone deep into the Andante forests and the. I heard she's even climbed up Chrysofall Peak and even captured a Trollbane. She's a very
Huh.
brave woman.
You don't say.
Yeah, Trollbanes. I mean, I know they're big and they eat people, and I mean, I'm impressed if she even caught something like that.
Huh. I may have to ask her about that when I see her. So where does Sala hang out?
You may have to start looking at boards to figure out where that menagerie is at.
Look up what?
You may have to look up. It's like some news bulletins. to
Oh,
start
I
looking
gotcha.
for that.
Okay. Okay.
Is there? Well, now that you're here, and I think you're kind of happy. Is there anything I can sell or give to you for this alchemy shop? It's been
Oh.
a pretty boring day, and there's some things that might be expiring soon that I'd rather not see go to waste.
Well, not me, but you might talk to my friends. I mean, yeah, I know that you just failed to sell whatever was in that pot a little while ago, but yeah, maybe if you tried to unload stuff that you actually know what it did, you might have more luck.
Where's the fun in that? I kind of have a broad idea what these things do, but the mystery is part of the experimentation and fun.
Look, Nix, I don't know if I can make this any clearer to you, but your customers are not in it for the mystery. They are not your test subjects.
Nyx kind of just looks at you a little dejected. Well, at least categorically I got some things that are, like that thing that lady was going to buy. That's next to the plant. Hopefully she doesn't do too much to the plant. They're, corrosive compounds. I got things that are nice and regenerative. Healing compounds. I got something. I was working on something that was more like camouflage. Still working out the kinks.
Yeah, I think that the camouflage in particular might be of interest to them.
Looking over at Ilyana and the plant. So what are you doing at the carnivorous plant, Ilyana?
Kind of, I don't know, just staring at it, see if it moves, and maybe throw some things into its mouth.
What things are you gonna throw in its mouth?
Beans.
Oh, jeez.
Can you roll me a D100, please?
Oh, no,
Dog.
no,
A
no.
dog? Can I throw a dog into its mouth? E100. Let's see. I think it's slash roll?
Yeah, slash
R.
roll, I think.
E100. I'd give
21. As you throw the bean in, you kind of hear it. Good bean.
It talks? Oh, this is great. Hello?
Little known fact of week: everything talks.
More bean. More beans. It starts trying to move out of its pot, but can't move out of the pot. It's little edges are starting to move. Trying to figure out ways to move out of the pot.
I only had the one bean. I'm going to have to find some more.
The other one's on the southern continent. Relaxing on the beach. Okay, guys.
Pleasure cruise.
I know it's
I'm
super late. I
sandbagging.
think it's a good cutoff point with the shop, so